What's going on YouTube? Sam Plays here, and today we are doing another budget showcase. And when I say budget, I am not talking about the weapon, just to be clear. So we're going to be showcasing the Enduring Legacy. This is going to be maxed. However, if we go down here to our Descendant slots, all we're going to be using is two mods. We're going to be using Supply Moisture and Increased HP. I did this with my last video with Sharon and the Thunder Cage to show that if you have a built-up weapon, you are going to be able to down all the solo hard bosses in the game. You don't need that much investment on your Descendant, so a good weapon will be enough to carry you throughout the hard mode bosses, and really all you're wanting to do is stack survivability. So as I showed, I had increased HP, and then I have like a double max HP on my components, another max HP, a little bit of defense, and then we have another max HP. These are not even perfect rolls, so you don't have to have the perfect external components to have that survivability. Keep in mind, the reason why HP is so important is because it scales like basically to the moon, whereas defense, it's going to have diminishing returns. So even though you have a lot of defense on, it's going to lose its value the more you stack it, whereas HP is going to gain value the more you stack it. So it's always a good idea to prioritize HP unless you are playing something like Ajax or, you know, a shield character, what have you. The build will change a little bit, but my point is that just have a little bit of survivability on and you will definitely be able to solo these bosses with a good gun. This is why I always say to prioritize maxing a weapon before you maximize your Descendant. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying that not maximizing your Descendant isn't important. It is. It's just going to make it easier and you're going to even do more damage, but it's not needed to take these hard bosses on. You just need a good weapon. So if you're like on a budget Descendant build, like you haven't fully invested in your Descendant, it's completely fine. I mean, you really don't have to have it fully maxed out to be able to dish out really good damage, because most of the damage is coming from the weapon. And if you do have it built up, your Descendant, then obviously you'll just be able to down them much quicker. But today we're going to be showcasing this. So in my last video also, I had some concerns about people saying that catalysing weapons like takes too long. When you fully craft a weapon, it already gives you 2 slots, and then you just need to catalyst 8 more times. If you have a weapon proficiency modifier on, like this one right here, see how it has firearm proficiency gain modifier? You would want to equip something like that to speed up the process of leveling your weapons. It does help considerably and it'll let you level up faster, and then you can just go spam like special ops. Or another thing I usually do is if I'm like multi-farming, I'll go over here to Fortress Outskirts and I will just use my Bunny or Valby and I'll just run around in a circle and I'll level my gun that way. That way I can be farming like Kuiper shards, gold, and weapon proficiency all at the same time. There's many methods to farm weapon proficiency. If you're interested, you can go watch like some YouTube videos to see the best farm spots. This is typically what I do just because I like farming multiple things at once. Or you could just go into special ops. I mean, however you want to do it, but it really doesn't take that long. Even if you're casually playing, to fully catalyst a gun, it will take you like 8 to 10 hours. So I mean, you could get that done even if you're only playing 2 hours a day after you get off work or something. You can get that done in a few days, 3-4 days. So it's really not as hard as some people make it out to be. And if that is too much time for you, then you could just take it out, do it at your own pace. And you know, there's really not a rush for this. I mean, I understand people have IRL responsibilities, so level it up at your own pace. You don't have to rush this. It's a PvE game. But now as far as the build goes, it's going to look something like this. This is what I am running. Keep in mind, there is a debate right now over sharp precision shot and mental focus. So basically I'm going to try and break it down. So SPS is going to win out, and what this is going to do is basically while pulling the trigger, you are gaining stats. However, if you let go of the trigger or you get like CC'd or something, it is going to drop your stacks, whereas mental focus, it's scaling the longer you fire it, and it also has a 2-second window. So this is going to be, what do you prefer? Like, you're going to get faster damage with SPS, but you are going to have a 2-second cooldown to where even if you get hit or even if you're not consistently shooting, it doesn't drop those stacks. So it's going to be preference here. SPS does win out if you do not let go of the trigger. However, mental focus is going to be really good, especially on something like Glay, where you can do the infinite ammo build, and basically what you would do is you would pop her 3 ability, and then you would fire it, get those stacks before the boss spawns, and then you would just light his ass up, right? Because you would have like so many stacks by that point already. So that is a option. As I said, you could run SPS. It's just going to be a little harder to manage because if a mob hits you or the boss hits you and you stop moving, it's going to cancel those stacks. So you can feel free to copy this build if you'd like. However, if you do prefer SPS over mental focus, that's completely fine. I'm not trying to get into a debate over which one is better. All right, now that we got all the information out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start these hard bosses up. The first boss we're going to be doing is Executioner. We're going to be downing all 5 solo bosses, and we're going to see how the Enduring Legacy performs. Alright, so what we're going to do is set up our water so we can get that supply moisture buff, and then I'm going to start shooting just so I can build up some stacks. So that way, once he spawns, we can do more damage. So then we're just going to shoot his weak points here, and we are just going to nuke him. And since I have 2 mods on, my abilities don't last that long, so I'm going to have to rotate my abilities. But as you can see here, it is doing quite a bit of damage. I just got interrupted on my reload, so this is gonna... Alright, so he's gonna go immune here. I'm gonna kill these ads, and okay, he jumps. So a good thing about this boss is he fires this laser at you. If he fires the laser, I'm gonna wait for him to fire it just so I can show you guys. But this is basically how you would want to like beat this boss. So it's not gonna be that one right there, but he's gonna fire this one right here. Roll to the left. Start shooting his back. You get to shoot it for free. It's as easy as that. We throw down our water to get the supply moisture again, and we're just gonna sit here and hold down left trigger. The longer we shoot, the more damage I pump out because the stacks, and it's just rinse and repeat. He goes immune again. Now this isn't a speed run. I'm trying to show you guys how to like fight the boss as well, so I'm not trying to down him as fast as I can. And then we're just gonna light him up. So keep in mind, this is just with 2 mods on, increased HP and supply moisture. So all the DPS output is going to be coming from the increased crit rate from supply moisture, and then of course the maxed out Enduring Legacy. But this is kind of what I mean when I say that weapon investment is more important than Descendant investment when fighting hard bosses, because the weapon is going to do the most of your damage unless you are playing like a spellcaster or something like that. But then of course when you combine both of them together, it's like you're a powerhouse, right? Like you're just gonna nuke these hard bosses. Next up, we got Dead Bride. Let's go ahead and hop into this. So with Dead Bride, she is going to spawn a ice dome, and you're gonna have to run out of it, and or you can shoot her hand. You're gonna see the lights light up. I'm gonna toss this out so we get the supply moisture buff, and then we are just going to shoot her weak points. All right, she goes immune. And then this is where she does her ice dome. I'm gonna be greedy here. It's okay if you die, you get 3 chances. I was just being really greedy, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, alright, now that her ice dome is gone, we're just gonna keep shooting her weak points. I'm not used to having my skills last so low. I need to be better at rotating them, since we're only doing it with 2 mods. But anyways, we're just gonna keep shooting her weak points. And she goes immune again. And we're just gonna kill the things on her hand. And you don't have to be like me, I'm just extremely greedy. If you want, you can run out of the ice dome circle and then she will teleport to you. However, I am just extremely greedy, so I was just like, I'm just gonna tank that shit. But again, this is just gonna be with just 2 mods and a maxed out gun, so. And then we're gonna move on to my favorite boss, Devourer, because this guy just gets absolutely shredded. So we are just going to queue this up, go in there, and we are just going to make him hate his life. Alright, so with this one, we're just gonna do the same thing. We are just going to drop our water, and I didn't build up my stacks here, but that's okay. Just gonna keep shooting his weak point, so we can get a little bit of extra damage off. And then we're gonna focus on his knees. Usually I can one-shot him, but he went on me. It's okay. It's okay. So basically, this is actually good, so I can show you guys the fight. So he's gonna heal. If you look at his HP, he's gonna heal. You're gonna run over to these poison orbs. You have to be inside the dome to shoot it. If I try and shoot it, see how it says immune? You have to roll in here, and then you just kill the orbs. And then we can do it, and then you can just do big dam. And you're just gonna kill him like this, and there we go. Honestly, I didn't even get supply moisture most of that fight. I could have killed him quicker if I played it a little bit better before he hit his immunity phase, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, and this is actually better so I can show you guys the fight anyway, just in case you haven't fought him yet. You basically just kill the poison things. If you don't kill him before his immunity phase, you just roll in like I showed you and kill the canisters so he doesn't heal. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple fight. That's why all these showcases are always killing Devourer, because it's like highly exaggerated on the damage, because Devourer is like such a easy boss. So always be aware of that if you do see a showcase just showing Devourer, it's typically you're not going to down other bosses that quickly. It's just because Devourer dies so quickly. Then we're going to be moving on to Pyromaniac here. He is going to be similar to Executioner, so basically when he shoots his fire beam thing, you are just going to roll to the left and shoot his back once he goes through his immunity phase. And that is going to be the easiest way to hit his back. And we're just going to do the same thing here, just lay down our water, build up our stacks before he spawns, and that way we can like optimize our damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down here, start building up my stacks. All right, I'm gonna hold off for a second, and we are just gonna shoot his weak point. And then we'll get his other elbow. Careful, he does spawn these guys like right on top of you sometimes, so you do want to look out for that. All right, and this is where he goes immune, so I'm gonna show you the laser beam thing. Let's see if he decides to do it. Nope, he's gonna jump. All right. A good tip there, when it throws you in the air, you can just jump and then grapple. Okay, here we go. So this is the beam thing. Roll to the left, and then you just shoot his back. I found that's the easiest way to, like, shoot him. All right, nice. Here we go. Roll to the left, shoot his back. Lay down the water for supply moisture. And then we are going to attack his weak point. Can you get your big ass hand out of my way, dude? All right, there we go. Nice. Just shoot his ass. Get his ass. All right, there we go. He goes immune again. Honestly, this isn't the cleanest run, but it's whatever. Let's see if he does it. Yep, he's going to do his beam thing. We roll to the left, shoot his back. I need to hit it. Oh, never mind. I was going to go get ammo, but he did that twice in a row, so I should be able to down it here. No, I'm out of ammo. Let me go over here. There we go. Then we'll shoot his back. And when he spawns these hummingbirds, you want to shoot them. Dodge that thing. Well, we didn't kill him before he went immune again, but that's okay. We should down him here. Laser beam, roll to the left, shoot his back. Here we go, and then I'll kill him here. So there we go, right there. So the reason why hard Pyromaniac is a little bit harder with Enduring Legacy is because Enduring Legacy, if I look here, it's going to have fire attack on it as well as fire enhancement, and Pyromaniac is obviously really resistant to fire, so that's why it takes a little bit longer, but still it's, I mean, that wasn't even a good run, and still downed him in like less than 3 minutes, or somewhere around there, I don't know, I didn't see the timer, but... And then we got Swamp Walker. I like the Enduring Legacy with Swamp Walker because the magazine size is so big, so you can shoot out his legs like pretty quickly. It's pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna set up now, and then I'll start stacking my stacks, and we're just gonna attack his weak points. Alright, he's already going immune, so we are going to shoot his legs right here. I got hit by that, but ideally you would want to like roll. And this is why I like Enduring Legacy. See how much easier this is with like a big magazine size. You just like can just shoot it like however long you want, and you get to keep your stacks. And we'll just keep aiming at his weak points. I need to kill these mobs, but yeah, let me go ahead and kill them because I need to get some ammo as well as heal. Oh, well, it's fine. It is what it is. Alright, so then we're just gonna shoot out his legs again. No big deal. That's why I love this gun, man. It's just so good at this. And you see how I'm like shooting so that my 2-second buff doesn't fall off? That's what you want to be doing if you have like mental focus on. It's like pretty important not to let your stacks drop. And we're just gonna keep lighting them up. And immune one more. Let me get some ammo real quick. Alright, I need to reload my gun. Let me pick up this HP orb, and then we are going to nuke his legs. There we go. Toss down my water for supply moisture. And there we go. Boss is a little bit harder because all the poison things he shoots at you, as well as like the big poison beam thing that CCs you, but it's still completely doable. It's not that bad. I love fighting this boss when I'm using like guns like this gun, because when I'm using something like Thunder Cage or something, I'm having to like reload so often, so it's like takes me a minute to kill his legs, whereas like this or the Python or something like that, you're just gonna be able to constantly shoot. So it's really nice. And that's going to be all the solo bosses with a fully maxed out Enduring Legacy. As I said, you can swap out SPS for mental focus if you want to. I mean, however, you don't have to copy this build if you don't want to. This is just what I'm running with. Mental focus would be better on Glay or what have you, but it's completely fine. Once they add the catalyst thing, I'm gonna try out SPS and just test that out just so I can see the damage increase. But again, guys, you really don't have to be that hard invested into your Descendant to do this. We cleared all 5 hard bosses in solo with supply moisture and increased HP. Again, you would not want to do this in group play because the bosses scale up, so make sure you're not doing like a budget build like this. If you are planning to play in public lobbies, this is just showing it's doable in the solo mode because the bosses are weakened. And something to know also is Enduring Legacy, to apply its status, you need fire. So that's why I have fire enhancement here. So make sure you don't skip out on this mod. It's very important for this gun, and or I also have fire attack on my main gun. So however you want to do it, or you could also do it with like something like Blair. I mean, it just depends however you want to play the game, but just make sure you have like something so you can proc your fire ability. The reason why I say that is if you read the weapon ability down here at the bottom, on hitting a burned enemy, it increases your firearm attack. So that's why you do it. You're getting that attack buff, and it's really valuable, especially once you fully build it up with all copies. Enduring Legacy is going to be a little bit of a later game weapon. I believe you have to be a little bit higher mastery, and to get it, I do have a Enduring Legacy guide on my channel, so if you are trying to farm it, you can absolutely go watch that video, and I break it down and show you where to get everything you need. But that is going to be the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I am Samix Plays. If you have any questions, as always, you can drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Hope you guys have a good day. Appreciate you guys for watching and all the support, and y'all take care. See you later.